Ernest, you're first. Hello, welcome. How are you? CJ McRae is here. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Oh, is that, I think that's Kaio. Hi, Kaio. David is here. I'm surprised Rated Frog isn't here yet. Rated Frog is, I mean, sometimes on it first, sometimes not. All right. Trivia time. All right, trivia time. Guess which spooky movie I'm watching tonight? I have it turned down low on my TV so you can't hear it, hopefully. CJ McRae, I'm doing great. Glad to hear it, CJ. So I'm gonna be making some pumpkin soup tonight. I cannot wait. I also need to make some, I feel like I'm wanting more decaf coffee than I want tea right now. So I'm gonna make some decaf coffee in Cornelius the candy corn mug. All right. David says happy Wednesday. Yabba Dabba Doo is here. David says food, food, food. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm so late tonight, guys. I just was having a late dinner because I was starving and I did not want to be eating on live tonight, so I just got behind on stuff. Thank you, Veer Singh Amrit Sar. David says noise. I'm also gonna be popping some just Beyond Burgers into my oven because I've had them forever and I kind of just want to cook them off. Cassidy, happy Wednesday. PP something. Thank you, Reaper, for the gifts. Good to see you. Hi, Boo. All right, need to get some more. Need to get a new bit of baking parchment paper on here. Cassidy, how has your week been? Whoa, Reaper's going crazy with the gifts. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you so much, Reaper. Nathaniel Flindall is here. So many versions of The Mummy. Which one? I'm not going to comment. I don't like to clarify anything, really. All right. Suspicious Coconut, hello. Nettles, I am gonna be making some Beyond Burgers. I'm just cooking them off, so it's just to use up stuff in my fridge before it goes bad. But then the main event for tonight, guys, is this pumpkin queso soup. I cannot wait to make this. This magazine was a gift from my mom last week, one of the many gifts that she gave me for my 32nd birthday, and it's just all these amazing pumpkin recipes. So I decided to do this pumpkin queso soup, and it looks so tasty. Nathaniel, so the answer is The Mummy. Nicholas Shadden. Rachie is here. Woohoo! Hello, chica. Augustine, I think. Yes, Reaper, these are vegan burgers that I'm gonna just pop into my oven. I feel like if I don't use them quickly, they're gonna go bad. So that's why I'm gonna throw them in super quick, super easy. Trying to remember what temperature I've been cooking them on. I think it's 350. I don't really like boxing, but I watch WWE wrestling. Hello, Carrie. Beyond beats Impossible. Yes, I agree. I like Beyond Burgers better. All right, let's get these out of here. These are so good. I bought them a while ago, but I've had them in my freezer, which hopefully has preserved them. Carrie saw that comment. David says, oh, food. Yes, food tonight. Another cooking live stream. Cassie says, it's been a great week. I'm so excited for the weekend, though. I love this time of year. I know, Cassidy. This is my absolute favorite time of year. I love fall. And also the lead up to the Christmas season. Just the best. So, yes. Best time of year, Cassidy. I totally agree with you. All right, let's do this. So, there they are, out of the packaging, still looking fine. Let's scooch them apart just a little bit. Oh, they're very soft. All right, now I gotta turn on my oven, which I haven't yet, so these are gonna just hang out off to the side, but I figured I would do some quick prep. Now I'm gonna gather my soup ingredients. Eamon is here, hello. Don't forget to drop a like and a sub if you like the vibe, says Reaper, thank you. So appreciate it. My cat won't eat her food unless I act like I'm cooking it. Oh my gosh, what a diva. That's so funny. Gianna Forever, good to see you. Villain Kill and Dylan, Carrie is a legend. The Mummy is one from my childhood too. Yes, I like all 4 of the movies that I listed. Gianna Forever, good to see you. Thank you, David, for the like. All right, let me make some room here. Get my oven turned on. I think it's 350. Put my parchment paper away. All right. Who else? Gianna Forever, thank you for the jewels. CJ McCrae, John Cena's retirement tour ends in December. I did not know he was even doing a retirement tour. Lee Singletary is here. W Gianna Forever, yes. All right, so let's grab all the ingredients I'll need for this soup recipe that I'm making. It's gonna have a lot of vegan, dairy-free cheese. I went with cheddar because I figured that was the best flavor and the best color. I'm also gonna need some vegetable stock, so let me grab that. Here it is. Veggie stock, and I'll show you guys all the ingredients up close. Yabba Dabba Doo says, same here on my croft. Love the smell of autumn, making preparations for the long winter nights. Yep. I do love winter though, honestly. I'll say at this point, I feel very tired from summer. I had a really good birthday week last week, but I even wrote it on my calendar. I was like, prioritize rest, because I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just due for several weeks where I just chill, especially weekends, just like watch like autumn movies, make soup, be cozy. I'm ready for the slower pace of winter. I'm feeling not quite burned out, but like pretty dang exhausted from the summer. David, Hannah reminds me of Brianna Banks. I think that's another, are you talking about the WWE person? Sasha Banks? Carrie Hoke says, Daya rules. There is no other vegan cheese. I would say Daya is my favorite. However, Violife is the cheese that I use for my lasagna because I found that melts the best on the top of the lasagna layers. But overall, I would recommend people use Daya. Gianna, I will be at WWE Raw on November 17th. That's so cool. Rated RR. I'm making pumpkin queso soup. Actually, it's just called pumpkin queso. I think I've thought of this as like a soup the whole time, but it was actually meant as a dip. So I'll have to find something to dip into this queso. That's kind of my bad. I think the way that they set it up made me think it was a soup, but it's actually a queso. So I think I'll just eat it as cheese soup and find something to dip into it. Whatever. Cena's last time, says Gianna Forever in WWE. Cassidy says, fresh apple cider popcorn and a great movie is on the agenda. Yes, please. Oh my God. White Lightning, I do not eat eggs because I follow a vegan diet for the most part, and I actually don't enjoy eating eggs anymore. I ate them growing up. Reaper says it was already 42 degrees here. That must be in, oh wait, no, it is in Fahrenheit. I'm like, wait, hold on, that's cold. Damien Khan, good to see you. Eamon says, my sixth sense is telling me the answer is the sixth sense. It's been bopping around. Wow, the poll is very split. So Friday the 13th has the most so far of the four. Then it's the Sixth Sense, then it's Carrie, then it's the Mummy. Okay. KK, I am half white, half black. I'm European mix on my white side, and I'm Ethiopian on my black side. Gianna Forever says, winter is the best time to sleep. I love winter for so many reasons, guys. It's hard for me to pick the top reason why I love winter, but it's a break from allergies, a break from the bugs, a break from a lot of the nonsense that just happens out in public, on the streets. Like, it's quieter. It's actually, I feel safer walking at nighttime because there's just less crime and less stuff that goes on at night in the winter because it's too dang cold to actually like do stuff outside. I love indoor activities. I love like the crafting, the cooking, the cozy vibes, watching movies. There's other reasons too. I mean, I love ice skating. I love the look of snow. I love the winter holidays. It's just so great. There's obviously a lot of like hassle involved with the winter months, but overall, I just love it. Let's see. Reaper says fall is the best. And then all the adorable emojis featuring Cornelius. I have to make my coffee. Don't let me forget. Making decaf coffee with Cornelius, the candy corn mug. Carrie says, right there with you. Summer heat, can't take it anymore. Yeah, okay, Carrie. I would say the heat, we actually get really hot summers up here in Minnesota. A lot of people just think of us as like an Arctic winter tundra place, but we have 4 full seasons, including brutally hot summers, especially with all the humidity because we have a lot of lake water and it's just like sauna heat. But also this summer was really, really bad for wildfire smoke. It was a bummer because I can think of several days this summer where it was beautiful weather outside, it was sunny, it was warm, but unfortunately it was so, like the air quality was so dangerous that I just ended up spending several days this summer inside because I just didn't want to breathe the air. And I feel like by the time it's the end of summer, it just feels like it's been this frenzy of like, gotta get out, gotta make the most of it. There's all these festivals, there's the fair, there's just all these things happening, and I don't mind it, but I find that by the end of summer, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to just not have as much on my schedule because it gets a little crazy. Reaper says, making jambalaya in a pumpkin is amazing. Cassidy says, yes, I'm so over and done, I think, with summer and the humidity. Sasha Banks says, David Macron. No Cheerios, Brad. 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that is cold, Reaper. El Rulo from Odessa, Texas Excuse me, good to see you here. Danicho, good to see you. Cassidy, my electricity bills were through the roof this summer. Yes, Cassidy, my AC bills were insane this summer. I was like, they're normally like 50, 60, 70 range during the cooler months, but this summer there was a month it was $131. I was like, that's like a new record. I don't ever remember having a bill that was that high. Reaper says it's so humid tonight. Your fave Mexican, I'm very lucky my little brother has a home AC repair company. Oh, lucky you. Rich, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Anselmo Silva is here. Villain Killin' Dylan says, oof. Yabba dabba doo. The best thing about winter in the Highlands is no midges. I don't know what midges are. What are midges? It's a small two-winged fly, often seen in swarms. Okay, what do we call them here? No-see-ums? Ooh, sounds terrible. But I'm glad that you don't have to deal with them in the wintertime. Thank you, Rich, for all the member emojis. Anselmo Silva, Punzi, thank you. Cassidy waving to Rich, Bugs. Okay, let's get moving with this queso that I thought was a soup, but I think it's because it calls for chicken stock. Or, I mean, I'm using veggie stock, but I think that's why I looked at it and thought it was a soup. Oh well, we'll make the most of this, guys. Let's see. I need to grab, vegan butter, which I've got right here. Food, yes, food tonight. Thank you, George's Corner. Hello, Cassidy, choo choo. Cute. All right, so heavy cream. So I'll show you what my substitute is for that. So I'm making a lot of substitutions for this queso soup recipe. Instead of heavy cream, I'm using coconut cream as a nice way to thicken this. I have canned pumpkin right here. I'll be using, I think, half of this. Yes. And then I need cumin, garlic powder. I've got salt and pepper somewhere. We got Morton's salt and black pepper. King Alpha Man Troll, good to see you. Matthew Clark, good to see you as well. Oh, and NC, sorry, I missed your comment the first time. The Sixth Sense is a forgotten classic. Yes, but it is, I believe it was written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who is my favorite horror director. Matthew Clark, hello. I like how you show all your ingredients. Yes, I'll go through everything because I've kind of been just gathering stuff here. Okay, I need cumin and garlic powder. And I think tapioca starch to thicken it. So here is the garlic powder. That was my timer for my vegan burgers. I think these are still good. I've had them for a while and I'm like, I mean, they're gonna get cooked at a really high temperature, but I'm just throwing some Beyond Burgers into the oven. Let's see, Villain Killin' Dylan, McKnight's The Happening, so underrated. That is a really scary movie. I've seen it once and I actually need to see it again. Cassidy, so excited for Kirby. I know, you guys. Kirby, whose username is Country Kirby. He is monetized. I don't know if it was today, if it was yesterday. It was probably like this week or the last few days. Like, so his channel has been like growing fast. Cassidy. GB Rich says like and subscribe, it's free. Hello Peggy Hecke. My favorite Shyamalan movie, I'm gonna save that as a trivia, because I love so many of his movies. Let me write that down. Fave Shyamalan movie. And I'm gonna quickly think of options. Oh, there's so many good ones. Which one? Jeez, I need to like pull up a list because I'm blanking. Tomcat, good to see you. Yabba Hannah, I don't have any electric bills, produce my own solar panels and a small hydro plant. You are very self-sufficient. I would love to be at that point where worst case scenario, like the power grid goes out or there's, you know, a water shut off, like I could keep on going all by myself based on my home and the way that I've got it all set up. That's really cool. Okay, M. Night Shyamalan films. God, there's so many! And still some I haven't seen after all this time. Some of them I'm like, dang, that was you? Wow, okay, let me check my list. Let me think. Okay. Okay. Yes, Kirby's live streams are popping. Yeah, dude, like when I look at how many people watch his wake up chicken coop cams, it's the last number I saw, I think was 44,000 views. I was like, dude knows. Like he said it in one of my live streams. He's like, I've found my niche. And I'm like, those numbers are crazy. Ashlyn, do you have a favorite book? Yes, it's technically a play, but I had to read it as a book in, freshman year, I think, of, high school. Yes. It's The Crucible by Arthur Miller. Your fave Mexican. I want to do the solar power for my home, but they require a new roof to go solar. Favorite author. Oh, that's tough, Ashlyn. That's really tough because I like so many authors. I don't know if I have a single favorite author. Is Signs one of them from the M. Night Shyamalan list? Yes. So, I mean, he has so many. He's got The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, The Village, Lady in the Water, The Happening, The Visit, Split, Glass, Old, Knock at the Cabin, and Trap. So good. Oh, these are so good. I've seen most of them. Hi, Slim Goody, I think. Kirby, too big for us little folks now. No, that is so not Kirby's vibe. We all know Kirby works really, really hard. Tomcat. M&M's plain peanuts and raisins. She called it Gorp. I wonder where that name came from. Zinedine, hello. Yabba listen to the film background music and I'm wrong. Oh, okay. Ashlyn. Feature Suspense Mystery. Scott, what's your favorite vegan cheese? I'm glad you asked because I'm making some vegan queso right now. So this is my favorite vegan brand. It's called Daya. They make different types of vegan cheeses. This is cheddar. They've got, I think they make Colby Jack. I think they make mozzarella. The Beast is crazy and split. Yes. Your fave Mexican. Yes. Agreed. Casti says, Hannah, how's the book coming along? I can't wait to buy it and read it. Oh my gosh. Someone was just asking me about the book. on Monday night, I have just been so, honestly, like to the point of, I will say burnout, with work, YouTube, social calendar. I have not had time to write. This is where I'm kind of really looking forward to the slower, colder months, because I'm trying to finagle my schedule where I do have like good blocks of time to write, but it's been on pause lately, Cassidy, and it's still gonna take a while before even the first book is finished. Danielle, good to see you. Affa Wark, hello. Rich, Cassidy, how about a train book from you? Yes. Zinedine, I would love a pasta salad right now. I've never made pasta salad before, actually. Tomcat, is watching The Wizard of Oz a yearly thing for you? I don't know if I've ever seen it from beginning to end. I never really liked The Wizard of Oz, the parts I saw. J.R. Phillips, there goes my pepper. Someone was asking, Ashlyn, yes, I have the recipe right here. So this is the pumpkin queso. I'm calling it a queso soup. I don't know how that was lost on me that this is a queso dip and not a soup, but I'm just still gonna eat it. King Hazy, Oli Hayes, good to see you. Hello. J.R. Phillips, I think I said hi to you. Carrie Hoke, yeah, work just keeps happening. The alarm in the morning, quit it, alarm, snooze, can't figure it out, puffy, face puffy, mornings, uh-oh. I mean, I will say, physically and mentally, I am at my worst performance first thing in the day, and I get better and better and better as the day goes on. I've always been a night owl. I did all of my studying, all the work, everything that I've ever had to do. I mean, I work a 9-to-5 job, but in terms of like school and natural schedule, even my sports schedule, all my track meets were in the evening, all of my soccer games and soccer practices were in the evening. I was just full blown like night schedule. When I wake up in the morning, I feel puffy. I feel like my voice is kind of like, not scratchy, but groggy is how I would describe myself in the morning. My brain is like just revving up. So yes, yeah, mornings are not the most fun for me. And also, yeah, there are periods where it just feels like you are on this like never ending grind of like, get up, go to work, come home, sneak in a workout, watch a TV show, eat food, go to sleep, and then just repeat over and over and over. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot sometimes. Ashlyn says, yum. Scott, yes, I do like potato salad. After work, no, I don't go live on Thursdays. Face the Aces here. Andy Herring, happy Wednesday. Yes, I'm making some pumpkin queso. I think I just have 1 or 2 more things I gotta grab. But this is what it will look like, hopefully. I do have cute little pumpkin seeds. I bought a container the other day. Look at how pretty those are. They're roasted and salted, super tasty. Tomcat says, what are the must-watch holiday movies? Must-watch holiday movies. I would say probably The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Is that what it's even called? The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Scrooge, whatever that's called. I'm forgetting all the titles. Charlie Brown. Those are like the big ones that come to mind. Elf, another one. Tomcat, Ashlyn, can you add another question? I'm gonna leave this one open for now. I usually leave it open for at least 45 minutes. Let me grab the last couple of things I'm gonna need for this. Keep dropping stuff. Tapioca flour. And cumin. Where'd you go? There we go. Sorry guys, took me forever to find my cumin. Sauce and Sam, good to see you. Dylan, Dylan, that is very similar to something I made last year, pumpkin cheese. I used flour in mine, I think. Yeah, I'm excited to see. This is my very first time making this recipe, but it looks delicious. Rach says, have you seen Practical Magic? Everyone raves about watching it during the fall Halloween season. No, I'm gonna write this down. Practical Magic? Is it on, what streaming platform is it on? Or is it like a YouTube channel? Practical Magic. Okay, I feel like I'm trying to juggle like 5 different balls and spin plates at the same time. I gotta flip my burgers. I have to make decaf coffee in Cornelius, and then I'll get started with this. Tomcat, how about the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown? Yes, of course. Ashlyn, Prime Video. Oh, for Practical Magic, I think, maybe? All right, let's flip these burgers. Oh, and this is a great opportunity to show you a gift I forgot to highlight from my birthday weekend. My sister, like many of you, had seen my charred oven mitt in many live streams, and it's charred to the point where it doesn't entirely protect my fingers from the heat of whatever I'm touching. So I'll have to like quickly use this, and I'm like, ow, ow, ow. So I still have this charred oven mitt, but my sister upgraded me to this amazing oven mitt. She also got me this little like pot picker upper too that can double as like a pot placeholder or something. But yes, say hello to the new beautiful oven mitt. I think I got the tag off of here, but yes, I will be using this from now on. Arthur the Whistling Man, hello. W Sister, yes. Okay, gotta flip the burgers, BRB. In case you're curious, here's what they look like. They look very messy. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got Rachie saying, yay, it's so cute. Agreed. Hi, Brian. I don't think I saw you earlier. You guys, these little pumpkin seeds are so tasty. Brian, how about the Grinch? I don't like, for as much as I love Jim Carrey, I am like a diehard Jim Carrey fan. I never liked the Grinch with Jim Carrey. It just was weird. I remember thinking aesthetically as a kid, it just was ugly, like the colors. Oh, it just was all bad vibes. I did not like it. Arthur, good to see you. Matthew, goes far up your arm. That's so awesome. Won't burn yourself. Yes, yep. I don't know if it's still visible, but I used to have like 1 or 2 burns. I don't know if they might have faded now with time, but yeah, I can't see it anymore. But I used to have like 1 or 2 burns on my upper arm, like close, not upper, I guess it's closer to my wrist. Cause like I would pull stuff out of the oven and then it would like sizzle like right here, like I would hit the rack as I was taking stuff out. So yes. Matthew Clark, you are spot on. I'm very glad that my new oven mitt protects more of my arm. Tomcat, no. I've never been to a masquerade party. I don't think. No, wait, hold on. There were so many themed parties in college, but I don't know if I ever went to a masquerade ball. I don't think so. NC says the red oven mitt will always be remembered. Honestly, it's so goofy, but I can't quite bring myself to throw this out because I think it's so funny. I'm also a utilitarian maximalist where I'm like, get the most utility out of everything I purchase until it is falling apart and truly not usable anymore. Like, this is still usable. And I also just, I don't know, I like it and I've had it forever. So it's still here. I haven't yet thrown it in the trash. All right. JR the boss is here. Carrie Hoke says, I have a similar oven mitt story. No place is complete without the oven mitt. Yep. Cassidy, thank you. Tomcat asked about the masquerade party. Tip Top Health, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm making some pumpkin queso. All right. Rachie says, Practical Magic stars Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Oh, wait. I think I know this. As witch sisters, Sally and Gillian Owens. What? Oh my gosh, what? I totally know this movie. I can picture the cover art of because this is an older movie, I can picture what the DVD cover or the VHS cover would have looked like. It's like the two of them. I feel like they're kind of like three-quarter profile looking. I can picture what they look like in that movie. That's so cool, right? We should watch that. JR the boss, Big Haas. Ooh, you detailed another vehicle today. Excellent. Nick, I'm doing good. I'm getting dangerously addicted to these roasted pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas. I should cut myself off though, before I eat the whole container. Yabba Dabba Do, happy retirement. Red oven glove. Look after your new friend. Shake hands. Funny. William Berry, hello. Ice cream is here. Brian, what is the scariest thing I ever saw at Christmas? What it was the most... I got scared watching it when I was little. Oh, I'm not remembering what we would have been talking about when you commented that. Andy Herring, will you be doing any fish dishes in the future? Still on my journey to eat more vegan and fish. No, I haven't eaten fish in so many years, so I don't buy it. I honestly wouldn't feel comfortable preparing fish at this point because one, I'm so out of practice. I would be worried I didn't cook it properly, and two, I wouldn't really want fish residue on my cookware just because I don't really enjoy eating fish. So no plans to cook fish in the future, Andy. Hi, ice cream. Nice gift, Rach, says Matthew. Spencer, hello. I'm doing good. Utilitarian maximalist, did I say that right? Maximalist. Vicky Eller, I'm making pumpkin queso. I better get moving along with this. Let's go through the ingredients though first. For this pumpkin queso, I'm gonna call it a soup. So first up, we got 3 tablespoons of vegan plant butter. This is made with olive oil and what else? Canola oil. It's basically just butter sticks. So I'm using some vegan plant butter. Maddie James. Let's see, Jason Todd. So 3 tablespoons of tapioca flour. I might cut it down a little bit because I would like this to be a little more soupy and a little less queso-y. Not as much dip. I would love it to more be like a soup. I'm gonna use 1.5 cups of this Better Than Bouillon veggie base. Well, I'll make 1.5 cups of soup base using this. 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. So instead of heavy whipping cream with dairy, I picked up a can of coconut cream because it's very thick, creamy, and will work well as a substitute. Thank you, Spencer Montgomery. My top Jim Carrey movies are Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber. Yes, Brian. I like all of those except for Sonic. Jason Todd, no plans on that. Pumpkin seeds are super healthy. Yes, NC. And these ones are so tasty. William Barry. 70 Pontiacs are cool. Bishop Bullwinkle, I had a solid Wednesday. How about you? All right, let's keep going through the ingredient list. There are gonna be 3 cups of cheddar cheese. So because I'm vegan, I will be using Daiya non-dairy cheese. Then there's 1/2 cup of this pumpkin puree. 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, which I love, one of my favorite spices. Face the Ace, thanks for all the comments. We got 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And finally, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper right here. So, not too complicated of a recipe. It's really one of those recipes where you're combining stuff into a soup pot one by one. And see, whipping coconut cream, take 2. Oh boy. Oh, that was torture. That one time I really thought I had it. Making coconut cream into whipped cream. It's just, that was so hard. You know what I'm thinking of doing is maybe doing 2 cups of vegan soup base instead of 1.5, just so it has a more soupy consistency. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I gotta fill up my water filter though. 1 second. What are people saying? Victor Fiorito, hello. Read Reloaded, hello. My burgers are just about done in the oven. Yeah, I have some strategies for making this a little bit more liquidy and less thick so that it'll, you know, I don't want to be eating like thick queso as soup. I should close this poll soon as well. Arutiun, hello. All right, let's go filter this water. I'm gonna be using this as my soup pot. Some of you will remember this as one of my brand collabs recently. It was with this company called Le Boeuf. Love this cookware so much. Victor, thank you. Yes, I do really love food so much. All right, burgers are done. Woohoo! Burgers are out of the oven, guys. So I'm gonna let these hang out on my stove top. New oven mitt, so great. All right, so first up it says, in a large saucepan, I'm using a soup pot, melt the butter over medium heat. So 3 tablespoons of butter is what I need. And honestly, it doesn't need to be perfect. I think this is actually just about 3. So I'm gonna use the rest of this stick of vegan butter. And just drop it into my soup pot. and set this over onto my stovetop so that the butter can start to melt down. All right, we'll put this back. Beamer boy, hello. Missed a few comments here. Ergo Video Oasis, well, hello. VRX, Oatmeal Cookie, good to see you again. Time to eat. Almost, I'm in the middle of a recipe. Beamer boy, Javier Larios, I'm making pumpkin queso soup. I will show you the picture from the recipe magazine. It honestly looks so good, you guys. So, behold, there you have it. I think it looks pretty tasty. So I'm following this recipe from this lovely Taste of Home pumpkin edition of their magazine. It's got dessert recipes and then also savory recipes, and I decided to make this pumpkin queso. I'm turning it into a soup because why not? Beamer Boy says, ooh. I'm gonna close the poll in a couple minutes, so if you have not voted, vote in the poll, see if you can get it right. Thank you, Victor. What's going on? Let's see. What was I gonna do? Burgers, butter. Let me see what's next in the recipe. Do you ever make eggplant? I've never made it. I've eaten eggplant a million times. I just don't know how to prepare it. Okay, milk, butter, stir in the tapioca right here. I don't know if I showed you guys this ingredient, but I'm using tapioca flour as a thickener. I'll be using 2 tablespoons of this. Stir in the tapioca flour, whisk in the stock and the cream. So I have to make the veggie stock from this. Ding, 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 ding. DJ David, good to see you. All right, I am gonna close this poll question and let you know what the answer is. Doing good, DJ David, how are you doing? All right, end poll, let's see. So, trivia question was, guess the spooky movie that I'm watching tonight. I've got it on my TV in the background. Friday the 13th got the most votes. It's not Friday the 13th. The Sixth Sense came in second place. It's not The Sixth Sense, although I think I've seen both of those, yeah. Carrie, 20%, it's not Carrie. This was a tricky one for you guys. It's The Mummy, the original first Mummy movie. I absolutely love it. I've seen it I would say I've seen it at least 8 times in my life. It's like oddly feel good. I think there's like nostalgia when I watch The Mummy. Like I remember seeing it as a kid and thinking it was scary, but like the right amount of scary where I was not like traumatized for days. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, ran out of water, I think. Alrighty. Beamer Boy, eggplant and squash is a no for me, Victor. Scary Movie 6 is your fave Mexican. The Mummy isn't scary. I said spooky, not scary. Beamer Boy, DJ David with Brendan, what's his face? Brendan Fraser. All right, next trivia question, and this is courtesy of NC. Let's do some more spooky emojis. Guess my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. How do you spell Shyamalan, yep. Is it, at my list here, boy. The village. Lady in the water. Signs. The happening. Boom. Can you get this one right, guys? Hollywood, did Brendan Fraser... What happened? Like, that... I remember just seeing his return for the movie The Whale, but like, what happened to Brendan Fraser? To his career? Like, what? He experienced a significant downturn from the early 2000s due to multiple factors. Chronic physical injuries from stunts, depression, oh boy, financial strain from his divorce. Man, it's like so sad. Yeah, the blacklisting theory. Oh wow. Years of performing his own stunts in blockbusters like The Mummy led to numerous injuries, including back, knee, and vocal cord surgeries, causing him chronic pain and long periods of recovery. Wow, yeah, he was blacklisted from... Wow. Wow. Oh, this is so sad. Oh. It's so sad. I mean, I remember him, it felt like he was such a familiar face when I was in like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, like those really young years for me. And then it just was like, suddenly he was nowhere. Like I never saw him anywhere anymore. Oh, it's so sad. Because I feel like when you see his early movies, in The Mummy, Tarzan, I forget other roles, I feel like he was like this cute, like ladies would love him, like very easy to cast in movies, and it's sad to think that he just dropped off for a very long time. But I'm happy that he had a comeback in The Whale, that movie. Let's see. Unbreakable is the best, says Too Evil to Hope. Your fave, isn't he in The Whale? Yes. Chad's Adventures. I am cooking. We got... NC says, yeah, that was his comeback movie. Yabba Dabba Doo. My first guess was The Sixth Sense, but then heard the music and knew it was The Mummy. So many different versions. Beamer Boy, he's like Jackie Chan with the stunts. Thomas Flood. Weekend plans, watch Premier League soccer, as always. I don't think there's an international break this weekend. Honestly, sleep in. I'm really feeling like maxed out for the summer. Like honestly for the year. I'm still obviously gonna be doing YouTube and 9-to-5 job and all that, but I'm so fried from my social events calendar starting like beginning of May till like just this past week with all the birthday stuff. It was a great birthday week, but I'm like, dude, I am ready for a slower, there's only 3.5 months left of 2025, if you guys can believe it. October, November, December, plus a little bit of September, yeah. So I'm ready to just calm down and relax a bit more because I am very, very exhausted from this summer. And see, he was inappropriately harassed and they blacklisted him. That's what I was getting when I was searching for him. That's so sad. Troy Reese is here. Kirby, we were talking about you earlier on this live stream. Your live streams have been crazy popular and you've been growing so much. And major congrats, I need to say this here. Congrats on being monetized on YouTube. So dope. I need to throw in some member emojis too. So dope. I'll throw in some Cristianos for you as well, just to troll. Cristiano would be proud. Hundo Bands, good to see you. Kirby with the Dexter emojis. Victor. I played club level collegiate soccer, so it was the level in between like co-ed rec and what do they call them? They didn't say, what are they? Intramurals. It wasn't intramurals, it was more competitive than that, but it wasn't varsity level. So I was like, we would travel, play other colleges, but it was not like I was playing in the NCAA, like no. Rachie says, never forget when we went to see Lady in the Water in theaters. I know, right? Oh my gosh, yes. I liked Lady in the Water. Randy Michael. Oh, that's my vegan butter. That's bubbling. Whoops. I was like, wait, something's bubbling on my stovetop. What is that? It's my butter. I don't think I burned it. I got distracted. Not distracted, but I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, get this down. I'm supposed to whisk in, I kind of want to just do 1 tablespoon of tapioca flour just to really thin this out into a soup. Rachie, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I'm just now realizing it's so obvious from this magazine. I read this, like I looked at the picture and read the recipe and I was like, oh, it's a soup. But then clearly, like it's called pumpkin queso and there's tortilla chips around the bowl. So it's meant more as a dip than a soup. But there's modifications I'm gonna be making to this so that it's like thinner and not as like thick like a dip. So I'm going lighter on the tapioca flour, which obviously thickens things. I'm cutting it into 1/3 of what it calls for, upping the veggie stock. Yeah, I think there's ways I can modify this so that it's like, it's more soupy and less like you're just eating a queso dip. Siyun is here. Randy Michael, yes, I will be watching the Vikings game on Sunday. Beamer Boy, Randy Michael. Oh, cool. Thursday Night Football on Prime. I will be watching that because I have Prime. Hundo Bands, hello, Kirby. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love that you're monetized. That's so sweet. Ergo Video Oasis, winter is here. Not quite, but I do love winter. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kirby. Dude, it's so exciting. Welcome to your newest job. I think I remember you say, well, we all know you're a farmer, but I think you said you also work at a school because I've seen your posts like from a school. And now YouTube will be your 3rd job. Unless you have other jobs and this is like your 4th or 5th job. Kirby, oh wow. Thank you for all of the gifts. Hi, Ferris Bueller. How was your day off? Rach says, remember when the movie went out and we had to come back to see the ending? Oh yeah. Yeah, that is like, it's so perfect for a Shyamalan film. The fact that like it just died and like we didn't get to see the ending and we had to come back. I liked it. I remember thinking it was scary. Kirby, yeah, the movie did go out. Yep. Kirby, can I borrow a quarter? Sister Rich, Science 100% says NC. Okay. I had a feeling when you asked the question, I should say it this way. I had a feeling that when I put this in as the poll question, NC, you would immediately know what my choice would be, what the answer would be. Yes, congrats, big congrats to Kirby. Everybody applaud Kirby, who is monetized. Gabby is here. Yes, Kirby Moneybag, says Rich. Kirby, Back to the Future. Did I say hi to you before Back to the Future? I think I might just be seeing you now, but hello and thanks for being here. Congrats, Kirby Derby. Yup, Rach. W's in the chat for Kirby. I know, so cool. Beamer Boy. Yup. So dope. Yeah, Kirby, now that you've got access to all of the YouTube monetization features, you need to make memberships, you need to do members only content, you need to make members emojis, you need to tell us what your favorite gifts are so that we can spam your chats with your favorite gifts. Honestly, like, monetization, it takes work to get monetized, but like once you're there, it's so fun. Like, I really enjoy it on YouTube. Randy, Dolphins at Bills. Okay, that's tomorrow, sounds like. I will be watching that. You guys, the Bills are looking good this year. I'm excited for them. Laura is here. Hi, Laura. I'm making some pumpkin queso soup with a few modifications because I just right now on this live stream realized that this is actually a queso dip recipe and not a queso soup recipe. I was not using my brain and was like, oh, I'm gonna make this pumpkin queso soup. And I completely just added the word soup to the end of the recipe. It's just pumpkin queso, but there's ways to modify it. I think I can make it work. All right, you guys have your trivia question. All right, I think I'm just gonna move along here with this. Stir in the tapioca until smooth. So I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of this. This is a great way to thicken things. I mean, it doesn't really have much flavor, but it says on here, great for thickening soups, sauces, and fillings. It's gluten-free, grain-free. It's basically just, it reminds me a lot of cornstarch, which is used to thicken things. Back to the Future just got here. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, did I miss you earlier? Yikes. I hope I didn't. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I need to make my coffee. Dang it. With Cornelius the candy corn mug. If only I had like 8 arms, I'd be able to do way more. So I'm gonna use this whisk and whisk in the tapioca starch into the butter. So this will be like the nice thick soup base. You can see that it's combining with the butter. Back to the Future, just hanging out a few minutes. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Back to the Future. Rich with the Martha emojis. Yes, Queen Martha, who I aspire to be when I get to my 70s. And actually, no, she's in her 80s. Never mind. 80s. That's what I hope to be like in my 80s. Rachie says, so off topic, but Dancing with the Stars premiered last night and you have to see Robert Irwin's dance. It will make your day. Oh, I love him. He is so sweet. I feel like he just is, it has like the sweetness of Steve Irwin. I love all of those kids. Laura My Tune says hi to Rachie. Laura, I'm just here teasing myself. Oh no, oh, you've been fasting today. Okay, are you gonna be eating anything? Because man, I've done some fasting before and I am like miserable when I've fasted. Like, I know there's so many health benefits to fasting, but oh my God, it's like torture. I enjoy eating and cooking, I enjoy food so much. Rachie says, Derek Huff is a judge. Oh, and he said it was the best first dance in the history of the show. What? Oh my God, wait, the Irwins have like some dancing talent? That's cool. Octopus Hannah, wow, that's a scary movie, yeah. Scarface is here, good to see you. Okay, so tapioca is whisked in. Now I gotta whisk in the soup base, which I still have to make. So what I'm gonna do is grab my filtered water from my lovely EcoViva water filter and try not to pour water on my computer. They have those athletic wilderness jeans, exactly. Don't forget Bindi Irwin won the mirror ball when she was on the show. Oh, I had no clue she had even competed. Wow. Charlotte, I'm making pumpkin queso soup. Okay, measuring cup. Also, I think I showed you guys this before, but I have this cute little dish towel. It's a reusable dish towel, festive for the spooky season. So I'm gonna modify this recipe, and instead of 1.5 cups of soup base, I'm going to actually use 2 cups in order to thin out this queso, and I can eat it like a soup and not like a cheese dip. So let's film this. Oh, you guys, I'm watching The Mummy and he is just munching these guys one by one. It's brutal. All right, 2 cups. I'm gonna heat this in my microwave for probably a couple minutes. And I need to make my coffee with Cornelius the candy corn mug. Chloe Bryant is here. Hi, Chloe. Back to the Future saying hi to Scarface. You named it miserable. Oh no, Laura. Longing for food and deprived for my gut healing. Yeah, I remember you saying that you were on, are you still doing the low FODMAP diet? Because I've done that diet before. I feel like I've tried a bunch of diets. I'm vegan, but even within vegan, you can still do like low FODMAP. You can do keto. I think I've done high carb, like really high carb whenever I've done distance races, like training for distance. But yeah, I feel like for gut healing, depending on what it is, I mean, there's so many things that can aggravate your gut. Gut issues are not fun. Chloe, what am I making for supper? I'm making pumpkin queso soup. I'm also gonna be brewing some coffee into this candy corn mug. My phone is low battery and it's all hooked up, so I'm not gonna take it off the stand. But what I can do, hopefully, is turn this over here so you can at least see my coffee bar, which is where I will be making some coffee. Thanks, Back to the Future. Back to the Future, Antonio Salazar, good to see you. All right, Laura My Tunes, you did low FODMAP. Yes, I have done low FODMAP. I've found that like I can tolerate starchy carbs, grains, flour, sugar. I mean, you have seen me make a bunch of stuff, but I find that like sometimes when I eat like a lot of processed grains, like days and days and days in a row of like tons of sugar, tons of flour, lots of like starches and not as much protein and fat, I just like get pretty bloated. So I still eat plenty of carbs and flours. But yeah, I have done low FODMAP where I feel like low FODMAP, it reminds me of keto, where I feel like you're reducing the amount of carbs and then you're focusing more on proteins and fats. It's not exactly the same, but it does remind me a bit of keto. Oh my God, Matthew Clark, yes. What a question. Do you have any dream appliances you want to get for your kitchen eventually? I would say my dream product collaboration for YouTube at this point is a Cuisinart or KitchenAid stand mixer. So you've probably seen them where it's like big old mixing bowl, and then there's like the attachment head, and then there's like an electronic whisk that's just stirring, 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 like your cookie batter, whisking flour, like that, like Cuisinart or KitchenAid stand mixer for baking. That is the dream appliance. I actually like will not buy one because I know eventually I can get that brand collab. Back to the Future says hi to Antonio and Matthew Clark. Old school, hello. 10 range stove, actually no, I don't think I would want a 10 range stove. That just, I'm such a minimalist, I don't need a lot to get by. I don't ever, if I was ever hosting a large social event, I would not attempt to cook all of it and require a 10 range stove top. I'm happy with just 4 burners on mine. Yeah, I would love to have a big kitchen as like a gathering area with like a island where people can sit on bar stools and munch on food, play cards, hang out, do happy hour, but I don't think I would want to have like crazy big like restaurant grade appliances in my kitchen. I think I would just want a lot of space to host people. Old school bestie channel, hello. Kirby, Matthew Clark, the goat. There are many goats on this channel, Kirby. You're one of them. All right, let me heat this water up a little more. All right, guys. Got my little espresso here. It's not that much, but it's also late, so I shouldn't have a ton of coffee. I'm gonna put some almond milk into my espresso coffee. OHB, hello. Doing a lot of cooking tonight. Hope you're well. Yeah, what I would do, come on, be Back to the Future. Let's get Hannah past. Ooh, 10.5K. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Oh, that is so good. Yum. All right, that's the soup base. So, gotta make this soup base now for the soup that I'm improvising. Let me kind of get some stuff put away first. Oh, so much stuff. Let's keep knocking this pepper down. Oh my god, so hard. Dang it. I'm gonna have to come around. There we go. That looks okay. All right, the Barn Girl. OHB, much love from the UK. Thank you. Spencer Montgomery. Lower my tunes. I agree. 4 burners is enough cooking spots and a crock pot. Yep. Matthew Clark, I offered to put a big canvas ad on the back of my semi to tote around the country for all to see. Yeah, what I would do. I think that is hilarious. Like, envisioning that. All right, sorry guys, let's get this a little more centered. Do it, says Kirby to Matthew. Thank you, Back to the Future, and no spamming. Pumbaa, hello. Brian, Chelsea sold a player that Arsenal best right wing. Oh yeah, Madueke, I remember him. I'm curious to see how fast subscribers go up. I would say for me this year, it's been like, there have been seasons, like stretches of time where it was like flying, and then others like lately it's been like very slow. So it's not like a linear growth pattern. Like mine has been like this, and I think lately it's been more like this, but it just is never exactly the same. Pumbaa, The Village. Yeah, I liked The Village. Okay, let's make this soup base. So, golly, so much stuff. Try not to spill anything. So I need 2 teaspoons of this veggie stock. This is still good. I hope it is. Come on. Come on out of there, veggie stock. Pumbaa. There we go. Back to the Future saying hi to Brian. All right, soup base. Just gonna get this whisked together. Gotta be really careful with my computer. I have it sitting right next to me. Hi, Barry. Good to see you. Thank you, Hours Days. All right, let's bring this up here, and I'm gonna pour it into this soup pot. That's good. Whisking it. Ryan, Pumbaa, OHB, did you manage to watch 28 Years Later? Oh yeah. Yes, I watched 28 Years Later on my 24-hour live stream, and honestly, I did not like it. It was very weird. Just odd. I didn't like the way they filmed it. It was just the angles. I don't know. I did not enjoy it. Yeah, so that was disappointing, but I wanted to see it. I had heard mixed reviews about 28 Years Later, but I try to not let other people's opinions of something determine whether or not I watch it. So I paid a good $20 to watch it on Amazon Prime, and wasn't for me, but I am glad that I watched it because I really love the first 2 movies in that series. Hello, Pumbaa Pig, the pig. Brian, Pumbaa, OHB, Brian, thank you. Lisa, hello, Lisa. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm making pumpkin queso soup, although I'm turning it into soup from queso. So right now I'm opening up my can of coconut cream. Let's see. This recipe calls for 1/2 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. So I'm gonna take this, which I just opened. It's Thai Kitchen coconut cream, and open it up. Ooh, I just like slingshot coconut cream, whoops. All right, 1/2 a cup, let's go. Oh, that's so pretty. Laura, double tap your screens. Yes. Soup base right now. I think I might actually put a little bit of this. I love putting coconut cream in my coffee. It tastes so good. Just a little bit though, because it's really rich. Alright, so I'm gonna cover this back up and probably put it in my fridge once I'm done. Yum. So what next? We've done the vegan butter, we've done the tapioca flour, the veggie stock, whipping. heavy cream, which is the coconut cream. Next up, cheese. Let's see. Stock and the cream. Stir in the cheese, pumpkin. Okay, so it says I need to bring this to a boil. This is what it's looking like right now. Lisa, thank you for the Cornelius mugs. So I'm gonna set this over on my stovetop and bring it to a boil, and then I'll put in the remaining ingredients, which are the cheese, the canned pumpkin, the cumin, the garlic, the salt, and the pepper. So let's boil this. Now I can do a little bit of cleanup, hopefully. Puma the Pig, cream always rises to the top, learning maths Benjamin is here, SM. I was just gonna suggest you put some in your coffee. Yes, it's so deluxe. I love, love, love the flavor and, where did I even put it? Like the creaminess of coconut cream. It reminds me of having, like, similar to a whipped topping, whipped cream on top of hot chocolate or coffee. So, so, so good. Yeah, I'm trying to think how I should put this in my fridge. I bet if I just left it, it'd be okay. Because I'll probably use it up in the next day. What can I put away? Not much, actually. Thank you, Rich, with all the Cornelius emojis. OHB, learning maths Benjamin, doing good. How about you? Yabba dabba do. Hannah, I still use a very old-fashioned cast iron range. Uses peat, which is free, but I have to dig it still. Makes the best meals and bread. Wow. Boy, oh boy, that sounds so rustic. Yabba dabba do. Back to the Future, thanks. Wait, there's a Cornelius emoji, oh yes. And you can use it, SM, because you're a member. Cool, Genuine Phil, happy birthday. What did you do to celebrate? OHB, I can't stop eating jalapenos and cheese at the moment. Unbelievable combo, oh yes. That is such a winning combo. SM, who made it and how? LOL. I have no idea who made it. This was actually a gift from my sister, who has been here tonight. She gifted this candy corn mug to me, I believe it was 2021. I could probably go back on my YouTube videos and figure out when exactly Cornelius came into my life. Matthew Clark, with Cornelius and Dexter. Let's see what the poll is showing. It's close between The Village and Signs. Okay. I think I got all caught up here. All right, yeah, I think I can rinse this off now. Squirrel Crawly. How's the half marathon training coming? Thank you for asking, NC. It's going well. I did a 6-mile run a couple days ago. Yeah, Monday. I ran 6 miles. Not gonna lie, I felt a little tired. It was hot outside. But I still have 3 weeks until my race. So, yeah, I feel like I haven't been training as diligently as I have in the past. I'm doing it as a fun run with friends, so I'm not running for a competitive time whatsoever. But yeah, training is going well. Thanks for asking. Okay, this looks pretty good. So still gotta add the pumpkin puree once the mixture is boiling. I think you can kind of see part of the pot over here, but I'm gonna add pumpkin puree, 3 cups of Daiya cheese. I might cut back a little bit on the cheese. That's for a soup that's a little aggressive, so maybe like 2. But yeah, I'm loving the look of these ingredients. I'm like thinking about what else I could add to this soup to make it more like substantial. I could add tofu if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I could have added quinoa if I still had some, but I finished off the quinoa I had made previously. Oh, I missed some comments, sorry. Matthew Clark, if Cornelius was a human, what kind of pet would he have? Squirrel. I'm gonna go with squirrel. SM Cornelius for sure, the troublemaker in the mug cabinet, LOL. LMAO. Have you been watching the new Alien Earth series? No, OHB, but I've seen ads for it and it looks so good. And I love alien stuff. Matt Bergman, can't say I like candy corn, but that mug is pretty cool. Isn't it great? I love this. Shout out to my sister for this gift. Laura says Cornelius would have a squirrel as a pet. SM says it's avoiding eye contact, dead giveaway. That is funny. I never thought about that with his face. I love how I'm calling it a he too. Aaliyah Destiny, hello. Barry, what did you name the squirrel? Great question. So you guys, for those of you who didn't see, I think it was Sunday night or Monday. It was Monday night, I think. I got this hilarious mug from my parents with this little squirrely peeking out from the bottom. It's just made like this. And I haven't decided what to name this squirrel. So we'll see. Maybe I should leave it right there where you can see him. Is that pumpkin pie filling or puree? This is pumpkin puree. So this is not seasoned at all. It's just plain pumpkin. I think, yeah, there's a pumpkin pie recipe on the side of this. But this is just pure organic pumpkin puree because I'm putting it into a soup and I didn't want it to have like pumpkin pie flavoring. AJ is here. Yabba Dabba Do also have a new induction hob. It's so fast, it keeps burning food if I'm not careful. Wow. You've got the whole setup, Yabba Dabba Do. The Ice Cold Spy, that's a cool username. Hello. Matthew Clark, other than sugar or cinnamon, is there other spices pumpkin goes well with? Pumpkin goes well with, I made a pumpkin loaf months and months ago, and I added lemon extract to this loaf, and I loved the flavor combo of lemon and pumpkin. I know that's not a spice, but it was a flavor. I mean, I think pumpkin can pair well with any citrus, like I would say lemon and orange. Spices though, sugar, cinnamon, I mean, it's gonna be any of the autumny. I would say pumpkin goes well with cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger. What are other ones? Those are the ones that come to mind. Like the harvesty spices. OHB, I'm a sucker for tomato soups and cheese bread slices. Yum. Beaver Sticks, hello. Oh, cool, you went canoeing today. Wow, the lake was empty and still. That is the best way to do it. Wow, that must have been stunning. OHB, tomato soup is the best with bread and cheese. I agree with that statement. OHB, I won't spoil anything about the series, but I think you'll definitely like it. It explores a lot more than just the aliens we all love. Okay. Chris Gomez, do you know Candace? I don't know who Candace is. SM, cardamom, yes. Nutmeg, ginger, orange, Dried cranberry walnut, all great pairings with pumpkin. Yes, it's like, I think of like Thanksgiving and harvesty autumn baked goods and desserts, breads. Yeah, all those things sound so good, SM. I gotta check on this soup, see what's going on. Let's see what happens. I'm so curious to see how this experiment goes. Blue Neptune, berry, favorite alien conspiracy? Definitely, oh, it's called like the wow signal, berry. I remember learning about this in astronomy class. Definitely the, oops, sorry, let me retype that. I hit enter too soon. Definitely the wow signal that I think it was a scientist detected a while back. Yeah, like if you Google just like wow signal 1977 aliens, the wow signal. I don't know if they've debunked this. Yeah, okay, the wow signal. It appeared to come from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, and it bore expected hallmarks of extraterrestrial origin. It was a powerful 72-second radio burst detected in 1977 by the Big Ear radio telescope. I don't know where that's located. And so there was an astronomer named Jerry Amen who wrote wow, like he wrote in red pen, wow, next to the data where they detected this powerful radio signal coming from the Sagittarius star constellation. I remember, and it's like I heard about this, like my professor, very accomplished astrophysicist, told us about this wow signal from the 70s, and I was like, what? That is so cool. Johnny Yescas, hello. Blue Neptune. Rage says, how is the soup coming along? I was away for a bit. It's, it's boiling. Oh shoot. It's boiling. I'm glad you said something. So I've got it right here. I need to use, I'm gonna use your little oven mitt companion, Rach. All right, here we go. So now that this is looking creamy, cook and stir until thickened. I definitely was not following this to a T because it says bring to a boil, stirring constantly. I was not stirring constantly. 4 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna stir in the cheese. I think to start off with, I'm gonna do 1 package of this Daiya cheese. I don't know about 2. That might be a bit much. That new Atlas Comet thing is super interesting. I've watched the wow signal as well. So interesting. Yeah, I mean the thing is with the wow signal, I don't think they ever detected it again, and they never were able to like explain where it came from. I remember thinking that was super interesting. I know so many people have like sinister thoughts about extraterrestrial life. I think it's really cool to think that there could be life on other planets and other solar systems. I don't think it necessarily has to be like, oh, they're gonna come and destroy us. I mean, they could be hostile, sure, but I like to think that other intelligent life forms would have the same like cautious curiosity about what's out there and wouldn't just automatically be on a mission to destroy whatever they find. Johnny is saying hi to Cornelius. Yabba dabba do. What's your next like to see upcoming movie? Great question. Boy, there have been so many that came and went this year, and I kind of have lost track. Like, there would be a trailer playing for something, and then I'd be like, oh my god, I have to see it, and then I would forget. There's a really eerie looking Jordan Peele movie that's coming out called Him. And it's basically about professional sports sacrifice and dedication gone way too far to the realm of like horror. So that's like an interesting take on, it's just, I find that he's really creative in the horror space. So maybe I'll see that. All right, this is looking very cheesy, guys. Look at that. I have to add the pumpkin puree. Let's see. So, oops, that means I cleaned off my can opener too soon, because I gotta open this guy. Yeah, but it sounds like carnage on the TV. Oh yes, oh yes. They're down to about 4 people now. All the other broskies on their Egyptian adventure have perished / been eaten by this mummy dude. God. Mummy is about to eat Brendan Fraser. Back to the Future. Johnny Escas, Johnny Bravo. How are my fellow humans doing? Ethan, Kate. What year is this again? Barry, I'm Googling the WoW signal. Yes, read about it. Read about the WoW signal, guys. It's so interesting. It's just this like mysterious occurrence that happened in the field of astronomy in the 1970s. So it's like almost 50 years old at this point. But super, it makes you think like, yeah, I mean, that could have come from extraterrestrial origins, and why the fact that that powerful radio signal that lasted for 72 seconds was beamed in our direction, that we could detect it, is what I think is so cool. Tutu race. I'm still convinced cuttlefish are aliens. They're unbelievable, change shape, colors. Yeah, like undersea life, that to me almost feels alien itself. Some of the stuff that exists in the ocean, I'm like, what? How is this on Earth? This is such a crazy organism. I don't personally like aquatic life, but I admire, I mean, I think it is beautiful in its own way. It's just not for me, personally. I don't wish to get close to it. Interesting, usually cheese is the last ingredient. Yeah, well, I mean, it basically says to add everything at the end, so I could have done the cheese last. All right, scraping out the last of this pumpkin puree. Get this all out of here, and then I think it's just the spices that are left. So let's get this pumpkin in here. Hopefully this tastes good, you guys. I'm hoping that I thinned this out enough to make it like a suitable soup recipe. I'm just gonna take a little taste. Ooh, oh my god. That's good. That is so good. All right, let's whisk this in. I wonder if I should add, I feel like I should add something in here because it's just like a straight pot of queso soup. Honestly, like if I had some Beyond hamburger meat that I could whisk up, I feel like I could make a good like nacho cheese soup with some, you know, vegan hamburger crumbles. And see, I know you're in the city, but do you enjoy stargazing? Boy, I've like barely ever done stargazing, NC. I don't really, I mean, I can still see constellations, but I don't know. It's never felt like, I mean, I think it's pretty, but there's nothing that really like captures me. OHB race is 2000% positive there's extraterrestrial life out there. It's just impossible for them to find us or vice versa in this insanely packed, constantly expanding universe. Yeah, actually, if I were to say whether or not I think there's extraterrestrial life out there, I think there is. I totally think there is. And we just haven't found it yet. Yeah, but I would say yes. I do think that there is extraterrestrial life. Ooh, look how pretty, guys. I don't know if you can see that. All right, I'm gonna add the last few things in here and then let this kind of simmer on my stove top. What's left? All I have to add is 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. Ta-da! Stargazing, Audi, the Hezi Pharaoh. All right, ooh, God, I love cumin. 1, 2, 3, don't worry, this is a half teaspoon. 4. And then, I'll just do a few twists of the pepper to get that done. Ray, hello, I've had a good Wednesday. Audi, I'm making cheesy pumpkin soup. Pumpkin queso soup, specifically. I do like a lot of pepper in my soup. Aw, end of the movie. Let's see, Ray. How was your Wednesday, Ray? Yabba dabba doo. Aliens would never land on Earth. They know they would never survive. New York Metro. The aliens are in the water, not in the sky. Yes. Are there any standout health benefits from eating pumpkin? That's a great question, and I don't know the answer to that, Matthew. I sure hope there are, because I like eating pumpkin. I eat it a decent amount. Not really. I would say I eat it a lot in the fall and in the first half of winter, but I don't really eat much pumpkin in like the spring and the summer. All right, so all that's left is garlic and salt. And then this should be good. So salt, 1/4 teaspoon. I'll just use half of this half teaspoon. And then just a sprinkle of garlic powder. How about? Okay. And that is it, guys. I'm gonna put this pumpkin puree in here. Ooh, I'm so excited to dish this up and try it. Oh, it's so pretty. Are there any, okay, saw that one from Matthew Clark. Barry, that's probably when the Men in Black department was created. Octopuses are definitely alien. Yes, agreed. Octopi or octopuses are just such fascinating creatures. Johnny Tab. Hello, Tab. How are you? How was your week so far? I think I'm gonna let this hang out on the stovetop for just a little bit. This is looking pretty well blended, so let's dish up a bowl of this. I think I'll use a different bowl. OHB, I was watching a documentary the other day on a crocodile called Henry. He was captured in 1903. He's still alive? Dude, these reptilian creatures, I know that, I think it's the giant tortoise, can live up to 150 years old. I think there's like a Greenland shark or something that can live, I feel like it's like several hundred years. There's some crazy lifespans out there. Maybe chickpeas in the soup. I love that suggestion, but I have no chickpeas, sadly, SM. Patrick Yellowbird, thank you for the happy poop. I missed that earlier. Yeah, but I would do octopus are very intelligent. SM Matthew Clark, from what I remember, pumpkin is high in vitamin A and in fiber. Barry, yes, I have seen the night sky because I have lived in rural Minnesota, and I've also just traveled into rural parts and stayed overnight where I could see. Let me grab a soup spoon, turn off my burner. What did this shoot me out to? Columbia Pictures presents. I wonder if it's The Mummy too. It's interesting to know. Oh, you guys, it's like my my streaming app is listening to me, because I was just watching The Mummy, and now I can tell that my Peacock streaming app has rolled me along to something that's in outer space, potentially with aliens. I'm like, you're listening to me, Peacock. It's showing solar flares now on the sun. Tab, I read Stephen Hawking's book, Space-Time is Curved, There's for Sure More Life. Yes. Ray says, my Wednesday was okay. We had band rehearsals as always, 6:40 a.m. Oh, I don't know what's worse, the fact that you had to have rehearsal at 6:40 a.m. or it was already 90 degrees at that point. All right, guys, behold, let me get rid of my whisk. Look at this beautiful cheesy pumpkin soup. I'm trying not to drop this entire soup pot, but I'm very happy with how this modified recipe turned out. I took a little taste test earlier and I'm happy with it. So let's try and get some of this in my bowl without making a mess. This looks so tasty, so great. Come on, come on. All right, maybe one more. What is this movie? It's like totally unrelated to The Mummy. I'm so confused why it rolled me over to like a space movie. Okay, so I'll just leave that over here. And then last but not least, before I forget, Barry, you ever heard of Skinwalker Ranch? No, but that sounds kind of scary. I don't like the sound of that. So last little fun bit on the top is, let me grab a soup spoon. I'm just gonna sprinkle a few pepitas on the top of this. Maybe a few more. Look at how cute this is, guys. Can you see that? I love the color on this. So this is pumpkin queso soup that I modified so that it would hopefully have more of a soup consistency. I actually kind of want to eat this with one of my Beyond Burgers because I feel like a cheesy soup goes well with beef, even though it's vegan beef. That is so good. Very good. Super happy with that. Barry, Ray, Johnny Yescas. Yum, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy with this, Chica. The modifications turned out really well. And you know what? I think this would go really well. Well, not well with, but I think you could add like some, maybe some like chili powder to have like a smokiness to it. But I'm just gonna leave it exactly like this and get a cover on it. So yeah, that is super simple, super tasty. I'm telling you though, these pepitas are dangerous. Wow, that's super silky and smooth, says SM. Hi, Ashley. So I just made some pumpkin queso soup. And I love how it tastes. So for those of you who didn't see it before, I put some pepitas on top. But yeah, it's like it's creamy, cheesy. I think it'll thicken when it sits overnight, but yeah, I am loving this. I can see how it would be a queso dip if you made it way thicker than I did. Kirby says looks like icing. Just a hunch, maybe pumpkin release endorphins is the health benefit. Happy DZAC, that's why we like fall a little extra. Could be that. I mean, pumpkin makes me automatically happier. Ever made a tin meal? Go to the pantry fridge, see what needs to be used? Oh yes, Yabba Dabba Doo, those are really fun meals. I like to use ChatGPT when I don't want to go to the grocery store and I want to use what I've got on hand, but I have no idea how to put things together. It's fun to see what ChatGPT will come up with when you just punch in random stuff that you have in your freezer, in your fridge, in your pantry, laying around. Christopher, no sauce for this. Ray plays the bass synthesizer. OHB, I'd absolutely love some soup right now. Got me hungry watching this. I hear that so much. Lobsters can live to 100 as well. Man, I mean, we can live to 100, but I feel like we could, there's stuff from nature, I'm like, I feel like humans could biohack whatever these creatures have going on in their DNA and then figure out how to expand our lifespans. Ashley, how are the triplets and how is your whole family? Rage says that looks awesome. Thank you. Not gonna lie, I dip burgers in that golden sauce. I know, right? I feel like queso cheesy stuff goes well with beef. anything that is like beef. SM says, Hannah, so brave to just go for it with the amount of substitutions you made. Thank you. I felt like, you know, it would still have all the flavors and ingredients. Like I didn't really omit anything here. It just was like reducing things that were gonna make it a really thick dipping queso, which is, I just didn't want to be sitting here eating something that was that consistency. And C says, Peacock is totally listening to you. Yeah, I haven't figured out what this movie is, but it went from whatever I was just watching, The Mummy, to like alien stuff. And I'm like, what? Yeah, but do Ashley, how are you? They're driving me crazy. She said, Ray says, do you ever use nutritional yeast? Yes, sometimes I do. I love nutritional yeast. SM says, super happy with that. Put on a fall sweater. Yes. I went with this apron today because I thought it was like homey and cozy, whatever this design is. I don't know if you would call it gingham. Smoked paprika. Yep. Never heard of pepitas. They're basically just roasted pumpkin seeds. Shahila. Yes. Kirby, I would just down that. Like, funny. I'm gonna eat one of my Beyond Burgers that I cooked earlier. That just sounds really good. And you guys know me, a lot of you know that I just eat my burger plain. I think I'm gonna put some mustard on it. I usually don't eat my burgers with buns. All right, tasty, tasty. I love mustard, by the way. And a fork. Where's a fork? Wow, it's already 10:15. Jeez. I also need to close this poll. Okay. Drunken Chef Barbecue. Thank you so much. Yes. Great evening passing through. Thank you. Manish Kumar, good to see you. All right, trivia question number 2 tonight. Guess my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. I love so many of his movies. He is a genius. So, the top vote getter was The Village. I love The Village, but it is not The Village. Second place was Signs, and yes, it is Signs. For those of you who don't know, many of you have heard this, Signs ruined me for at least 2 weeks when I was about, it was either 10 or 11 years old when I was that age when the movie came out. And man, the aliens, the Brazilian kid's birthday party scene, the cornfield crop circles, the last scene where the brother, I think Merrill is his name, played by Joaquin Phoenix. Let's just say he's gotta break out the baseball skills again to save his family. Ooh, that movie I've never in my life, before or since watching that movie the first time, felt that shaken to my core. I was absolutely terrified after watching that movie. But now I've seen it probably 5 times since that first time, and watching it as an adult. I love, the thing I love the most about M. Night Shyamalan is the storytelling element, and I feel like for how disturbing and really, really, really scary his movies are, there's an element of very beautiful storytelling and characters, and like, it's not just pure jump scares, terrorize the viewer, haunt your dreams. There's like a little bit of sadness and mystery. It doesn't feel like it's pure horror content movies. So it is Signs. But I love The Lady in the Water and The Happening. I would say if I were to rank these in order, it would be Signs, pretty close tie between The Village and The Happening, and then Lady in the Water. Barry, I think you got some burger on your mustard. Yes, you can tell. I pile it high with mustard. Barry, the hand scene. Oh my god, yes. It took me 2 seconds to recall what you were talking about, Barry. Oh my god. That scene was so if I'm understanding the scene you're talking about, it's where Mel Gibson's character goes into that house where somebody has trapped one of the aliens, and he decides to grab a knife from a knife block, and he crouches under, like, near the door, like the crack of the door near the floor, and he's like trying to reflect image using the knife to see the alien in the next room, and I'm like, dude, no. And then the hand comes through like, oh, that scene is so icky. I can watch that movie 1,000 times, and that scene is so unnerving. Oh my god, so scary. Just Fofo is here. Yabba dabba doo, I'm smiling at your comment. Do you know they use that brand of mustard on the space station? Seen it floating around. I didn't know that, but I love that. I love that for them. French's mustard is great. I am gonna just dunk. This is probably maybe seemingly gross, but I feel like a little queso soup on a plant burger will taste good. Andy Oaks is asking, can you make a sandwich? Yes, I can make a sandwich. I just don't have the ingredients right now. Thank you, MMA. This is actually really tasty. Dunking this in the queso. I wasn't gonna pour it over the burger, but it actually tastes great together. Dunk. So good. I'm telling you, next time I make this soup, I'm gonna buy some Beyond hamburger crumbles and just cook them up and then throw them into the soup. Because I feel like something like this that's very cheesy goes well with a beef flavor or a crumble of some kind. I feel like it could use a little bit of, I don't, like, it's like pure cheesy soup, which is great, but I think I could use veggies. Like, I could see cheese and broccoli soup. Like, I could put broccoli in here, just as easy as steamed broccoli. I could just throw that in, actually. Go to the store, get some steamed broccoli, throw it in. You could put mushrooms in here, onions. I think the really best filling, though, would be Beyond beef crumbles. Prossin BTY, hello. Sorry, Freshly Wild, I didn't say hi to you. 44 Carbine, if I won the lottery, I would try to hire you to be my family dietitian. I would need to get licensed first. I am not a licensed dietitian. But I think it would be really fun to just cook for people. I don't think I'd mind being a personal chef. So good. Ah. Oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, maybe I will go to the grocery store, grab some steamed broccoli, and make this a cheese and broccoli soup. All right. Mmm. You would have to move to Texas and be a Cowboy fan. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I've never been to Texas, actually. I'm overdue for a visit. Man, this is so good. I'll say this though, it's a very rich soup, so I intentionally did not pour myself like a massive bowl of this because I was like, it might be a lot of vegan cheese to eat before trying to go to sleep. Well, I would say that is a success. That was a success. Cheese nightmares incoming. I don't get nightmares. I don't know why my brain is like this. I'm not mad about it. I just don't get nightmares. If anything, my brain is just like this goofy, like the dreams I have are the funniest or weirdest, most random. It's like from all my 32 years of life, all the memories I have, all the people, all the places, all the experiences, it's like if you were to like roll the Wheel of Fortune wheel like 5 times and just see, or like a lotto machine or a slot machine, and it's like you are gonna have these 2 people doing this activity, eating this food in this location. Like that is basically how my dreams end up being. Super random, sometimes weird, maybe a little stressful and scary, but I wouldn't say nightmares. I can't remember the last time I had what I would call a nightmare. I remember waking up from dreams and feeling like, oh, that was a little like weird or like maybe a little eerie, disturbing, whatever, but nothing where I was like, oh my god, that was so scary. Lotto, yabba dabba do. Hannah, at least we can pick and choose what and when we eat. So many people are still living in poverty. Yep, exactly, yabba dabba do. That's something I try to remember from time to time at least, if not, you know, daily, is the fact where it's like, oh, okay, well, I want to try this pumpkin queso soup, but I'm gonna need to go to the grocery store and get pumpkin puree and vegan cheese and a substitute for whipping cream. Like, it's so, because it's like I can think of, like, I could go to Cub Food, like in my area. I should just write down the number of grocery stores I could get to within like 5 minutes. I could get to, including Target, because Target in my area has a grocery section. I could go to Target, I could go to Cub Foods, I could go to Whole Foods, I could go to Trader Joe's. We have a local chain here called Fresh Time. We have a high-end grocery chain called Kowalski's. What did I miss? In 5 minutes, all of the, I don't think there's a Hy-Vee that close to me, but I could go to Target, Cub Foods, Whole Foods. Oh, Lunds and Byerly's, that's another local one. Lunds and Byerly's. I'm just thinking in my city, all the grocery stores that are, oh, Aldi. I forgot about Aldi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like within 5 minutes, either walking, biking, Ubering, like driving, any method of, like within 5 minutes of a commute, I can get to these 8 grocery store, like places with a grocery store: Target, Cub Foods, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Fresh Time, Kowalski's Market, Lunds and Byerly's, and Aldi. And I can think like which route I would take if I were to drive to any one of these places. So yes, Yabba Dabba Doo, to your point, I am very grateful that I live in a place, and actually, you know what? There's 2 co-ops I can think of off the top of my head that I didn't even list. They're like very like granola, hippie, like not in a bad way, but it's like locally sourced, like hemp seed, smoothie bar type of places. There's at least 2 co-ops that I could get to in 5 minutes. So add those 2 and I've got 10 options of where I could get like nutritious food. Anyways, PF, hello. Yes, I do cry regularly. I think it's healthy. Shanna, have you ever woken up from laughing in a dream? I have, and when I think about the dream, I still laugh. Yes, I've done this. Also too, Shanna, I've had it happen where I was having a very like earnest, like not passionate, but just like a very intense conversation with someone in a dream. And I remember, like, there have been multiple times where I was having, like, say I was talking to my sister in the dream, and in the dream I was saying, like, oh my gosh, Rachel, you'd never believe it. I went to the park, or I went to school, and this happened. And then I, like, as I'm waking up, I'm literally, like, speaking the rest of that conversation now awake. It's like my conversation goes from the dream realm, and then when I'm waking up, I'm like continuing the conversation. Like I'm speaking what I started while I was asleep. Very weird. It's like a weird sensation where you're like, I am speaking to no one because that was a dream. But yeah, I'm kind of amused when that happens. Thank you, Christopher. OHB, I haven't had one of them dreams where you fall and wake up for years now. Same. I can't remember the last time I had one of those. Maybe college, which was almost a decade ago. Good night, Laura. Hopefully see you on Friday. Reaper, thank you for the jewels. Yes, I'm still live. It's been now 2 hours. I should probably get going. Dono Tower, yes, the type of spamming that we like in the chat, Reaper. Yabba Dabba Doo, as a child, I used to sleepwalk. One time I left the house. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so scary. Matthew Clark, then restaurants, then convenience stores, then gas stations. Food is everywhere over here in so many areas. Yep, I know. I feel like it is like, it's something you get so used to. Well, it's like something you don't really think much about growing up here. You're like, well, yeah, of course. Like if I need food, I'm just gonna go to the grocery store in town, or if there's not if I can't find it there, I'll go to another one or the next town over if you're in like a smaller area. But yeah, when you think of some places where people have to walk 1, 2, 3 hours one way to get clean drinking water, let alone supermarket options, it's wild to think how convenient we have it in the US and other developed countries. Who did I miss? Oh, NC, I was seeing your comment. Are there like a million Aldis in Germany? I definitely went to Aldi at least 3 times shopping for groceries when I lived there. Yes, it was just, I would shop at different supermarkets in Germany. So I would say the discount supermarket in Germany is called Penny, like penny, the coin. I would say the Whole Foods organic equivalent in Germany is called Alnatura. And then there's Aldi's, there's, oh, I'm forgetting, I used to go, it's sad to think like I used to shop at this grocery store all the time and I can't even remember the name of it now, it's been so long. I mean, they have a range of grocery stores for like, you're gonna get a bargain here, you're gonna pay more here, you're gonna get organic here. But yes, there were a lot of Aldi's in Germany, in the different cities where I lived. Shanna, I've woken up from restating something I was studying. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I feel like that's a good sign. I feel like it means that it's like, it's in your brain. It's like stuck in your brain. Otherwise you wouldn't be saying it. Larry Middleton, good to see you. Charlie is okay. NC, good to see you, mate, says Reaper. Matthew Clark with the cherry emoji. Lidl is in Germany. Yes, it is. Oh my God, I forgot about Lidl. Gosh, I'm trying to think like what my main grocery store was. I'm gonna Google this. Grocery stores in Munich, Germany. Rewe, yes, oh my God, and Edeka is how you would say it. Okay, these were the two I went to the most. Rewe is like, what would you guys say is like the solid middle of the pack grocery store in the United States? Like Trader Joe's maybe? Because I feel like Whole Foods is on the higher end, more expensive. Hy-Vee I feel like Hy-Vee, Aldi is definitely what feels like very cheap and affordable. Maybe like Rewe and Edeka, those two, oh my God, yeah. Those two felt like not dirt cheap, like not like bargain hunting groceries, but like solid middle of the road. Sprouts, oh, is that a grocery store? Grocery, oh my God, what? Near me. Do we have this? I don't think we have Sprouts in Minnesota. Is there Sprouts grocery, I should have said a Sprouts grocery store in Minnesota? No. Okay, so Minnesota does not have Sprouts okay, it's a farmer's market. Wow, it's so crazy. I forgot about those two grocery stores. It's crazy how something that can be part of your daily life for a year or more, you can just eventually forget all about it. I was like, what was the name of that grocery store? It was Rewe. Jujube, how many streams do you run at a time? Just one, just on YouTube. Bye, Back to the Future. Ooh, you gotta get up at 7:30 tomorrow. I get that. Yep. I should get going myself because it's 10:36 and I feel like it flies between like the 10 o'clock hour at night and then suddenly it's midnight and past midnight and I'm like, crap, I gotta get to sleep. Jujube Sprouts in Texas. Jewel Osco, I do not know what that is. NC. Remind me where you are in the US, NC. Sports Money. Stop and oh my God, Stop and Shop. Oh, I forgot about, we don't have Stop and Shop here. Where did I shop at Stop and Shop? Stop and Shop locations. I think I lived in Maryland. Wait, oh we do, what? Apparently there is a Stop and Shop in Minneapolis. Stop and Shop? Oh my God. What? Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God, this is crazy. Stop and Shop. Oh my God. I know I've been to one, but I'm like, was it in DC? Was it in Virginia? It was somewhere out east. I know I've been to one. I can't remember where. Wow. Good night, friends, says Back to the Future. Thank you so much for being here and being a wonderful mod, Back to the Future. We have Save-A-Lot. I don't think we've got that. Okay, you're from New Jersey, NC. Okay. Reaper, grocery outlet only because a Washington guy wanted one, so he made a franchise. Shanna is asking, have you tried rutabagas? I want to say yes, but I could not tell you what the dish was that contained rutabagas. Matthew Clark, Dollar Tree, we have those. Family Dollar, yep. Dollar General, IGA. It's so strange there are so many places. I know. It's just stuff I don't think about all that often. Like, I get into my routine. I know where I like to buy certain items, whether it's online or in a brick and mortar store. But then there's like other chains I don't think about. I don't go to Dollar Tree really, just because I've got like, it's either gonna be the grocery store has it, Amazon has it, Target or Walmart has it, and Walgreens or CVS has it. It's like my 3 domains for most things are either my online stores, my brick and mortar grocery stores, or my Walgreens / CVS drugstores. Like, between those 3 realms, I think I can get pretty much anything I would ever need. Unless it's like a really crazy rare, like, specialty item where you'd have to go to like a Chinese grocery market to get like a special ingredient for a Chinese dish. Yabba dabba do, Hannah, although there are a couple of small village stores, the nearest big supermarket is 175 miles away. What? That is wild. I cannot imagine living that far away from, personally, because I'm such a city person. But, I mean, you also are very self-sustaining. So, there are perks to your location. Amida, hello. Shanna, IGA? I don't think I know IGA. Local thrift shops, I like them too. Reaper. Ketamines, I do not talk about politics on here. So I talk about current events. So, you know, Charlie Kirk has come up in the chat. Obviously that's like a huge headline. So I talk about things going on in the world, but I just don't talk about my own personal opinions on politics or geopolitics or, I mean, economy, sure. Like, if it's like newsworthy, I don't mind talking about it, but I don't get into like debates or anything like that on here. Or local antique shops, yes. I know, NC, I had the same reaction to Yabba Dabba Doo's comment. 175 miles away to the nearest big supermarket. Like, that has never been my experience ever in my life. There's always been at least 2 grocery stores or supermarkets, or it's like some kind of grocery place. I've always had at least 2, I would say. Thank you, Reaper, much love. Okay, I am gonna wrap this up because I gotta get going. It's a work night, but I will remind you guys, I don't think I've got anything going on. Like, I shouldn't have to alter my Friday night live stream time. So, reminder, my next live stream is this Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, USA. Come on back in 2 days and chat some more, because I love chatting with you guys. Thank you, Larry. You too, NC. Thank you for being here and inspiring the second poll question, which was my favorite M. Night Shyamalan film. Matthew Clark says, how about my Bengals coming to Minnesota this weekend? I didn't realize that's who we're playing on Sunday. Thank you for the reminder, Matthew Clark. I am so sad about Joe Burrow because I love him And based on what I was seeing, it looks like he's out for like a few months. It didn't look good. So I'm really sad about that. Perhaps that will give us a better, well, actually, let me pause here and say our quarterback, our starting quarterback is, I think, out for a while, JJ McCarthy. So both Joe Burrow, I believe at this point in time, both Joe Burrow and JJ McCarthy are not going to be playing on Sunday. I don't know if there'll be a plot twist and one or both of them makes a miraculous recovery, but I think they're both going to be out. Exactly, Matthew Clark, battle of the backup QBs. So this is terrible. I don't even know who our backup quarterback is because I've just been flooded with JJ McCarthy stuff since our opening game. So I'm like, okay, let's just see what's going on with our backup quarterback. Same with the Bengals. No idea who is Joe Burrow's backup. So I'll be interested to see what happens. I always look forward to NFL games. I love it. We can talk about it more on Friday. Ordinary Reaper is saying that there are 4 more likes to get to 100. We're so close. I always say if we're not quite there, we can always round up. No worries. Mr. Handsome is here. Shanna, good night to you. Justin, Kirby is waving. Again, congratulations on being monetized, Kirby. You are growing like wildfire. It's so exciting. So congrats. Danielle says, I love pumpkin rolls. I've never had one, but I'll eventually have a pumpkin roll. I don't know if you're talking about this. I immediately thought of this when you said pumpkin rolls, but maybe you meant something entirely different. Reaper says, so close. I know we're at 98. Thank you, Reaper. You're sending a bunch of gifts here. David Matthew Burrow. Oh my God, it is 3 months. I was hoping I didn't have that number right. How heartbreaking for him. I'm so bummed. Bengals backup used to be a Viking. Okay, well then bring it on. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much for asking, Yabba Dabba Doo. I have not yet decided what the next pumpkin recipe is, so thank you for the homework assignment. I will take a look through my glorious pumpkin recipe magazine and decide if I want to go more the dessert route like this on Friday, or if I've been feeling more savory lately. I mean, like, look at that. I mean, that's always tempting. Any kind of pumpkin baked good. But I mean, there's different pasta salads, regular salads. Like, I think there's some soup recipes in here. There's a pumpkin veggie hash. So I have not decided what I'm gonna do on Friday. Yabba dabba do, but I have 102 recipes to pick from. I guess 101 because I made the queso soup already. So we'll have to see. I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out in the next 2 days. Reaper, thank you for the gifts. Roundup, okay then, says, we're at 100. I'm seeing 100 likes right now. So we made it. Thank you for that last little push to get to 100, Reaper. Pumpkin on pizza, says Yabba Dabba Doo. 100 likes. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for all the gifts from you, Reaper. Kirby was giving loads earlier. I had my sister create with Rachel and Back to the Future here. I think those were the only 2 mods tonight. Thank you, members, for being members of the channel. Thank you, everybody, for leaving your comments and hanging out with me tonight. And for those of you who are new and subbed or didn't sub and you just checked out the live, thank you as well. So I think that just about hits everything I wanted to say. I will be live again 2 nights from now, Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Time Zone. So just check what that means for you if you're not in my time zone. Justin says, pumpkin bars, Cosborn. You made it at the very end, though. I could have ended this and then you wouldn't have made it at all. So glad you made it at the very end. I'll be live again on Friday night making another pumpkin recipe. YamonTube made it as well. All right, good night to Reaper. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you in 2 days on Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. Take care, everybody.